All right, fuckers. Sit down and shut up. Uncle Mike's got a little story for you. So, I was just sitting here, relaxing on the couch with the dog. There's the dog. Hello, dog. Say hi, dog. Dog, say hi. Cutie. There you go. Hi. Hello. That's the dog. I think I woke her up. That's all right. She'll fall asleep again. So, just relaxing here. Just reading my book. Uh, Apparently, I forgot to charge my Kindle and it died a little bit ago. So I was flipping through my phone, as I am wont to do, and when I have a spare moment, and I'm just relaxing on my couch, and my Kindle dies, and now I'm on popped up in my feed. One of those, hey, if you're from blah 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 blah, then you'll remember this or whatever. And there's people talking about the bowling alley in Lake Oswego off of McVeigh, and a place called Palisades Lanes. Now, this isn't necessarily a story about the bowling alley, but the bowling alley is involved in the story, which has made me think of it, or remember it anyway. High school, my first high school job, I worked at the Grimm's mobile station that was across the street from the bowling alley, right on the corner of McVeigh and South Shore. Uh, where South Shore ends, right and you're looking straight ahead at Palisades Market, and then you look a little left, and there's the Palisades, the bowling alley right next to the market, and then on the corner, you look out your driver's side window, and right there was the gas station directly across from the bowling alley. So I'm doing my idiot teenager job in my idiot teenager way, because I was an idiot teenager. Which is okay. I think I was legally required to. I mean, I haven't read all the every law book out there, but I'm pretty sure it was a legal requirement for me to be an idiot when I was a teenager. I think most teenagers are idiots, and that's okay. Again, you got to follow it. I'm pretty sure it's in the Constitution. Um, but this is a story about a different idiot. Not me, the idiot. Different idiot. So I'm working, right, pumping gas, and a guy comes in, and he had come up the hill, had come up McVeigh, from downtown Lake Oswego, and pulls into the gas station, and says, "Hey, I'm trying to find the bowling alley." He's got his was an older guy, not old. I mean, he seemed old. He was probably in his early 30s, early to mid 30s. Had his girl with him, wife, girlfriend. I don't know. I didn't care. And so I did kind of say, oh, I'm looking for the bowling alley, and I look over at the across the street at the side. I said, you can Palisades Lanes over there. And the guy looked at the sign. He goes, yeah, I think that's what it's called. I was like, so the one there with the sign that says Palisades Lanes. He's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one we're looking for. Okay, well, how can I help you? He's like, well, can you give me directions on how to get there? And I'm thinking, well, you know, turn the turn the steering wheel to the left, step on the gas, and then when your car's pointed that way at the bowling alley, let go of the wheel, straighten out, and you'll leave this driveway and go into their driveway, and you'll be at the bowling alley. I say, you want directions to the bowling alley across the street. And I swear to God, the fucker looked at it again. He's like, yeah, if you don't mind. I'm like, to Palisades Lanes. And that the bowling alley, Palisades Lanes, right over there. And I swear, the fucker, the idiot, oh my God. The dude looked at it at least a dozen times. He goes, yeah, Palisades Lanes. Yeah. You need directions to Palisades Lanes, right over there. I don't see how that's so hard for you to understand. I was like, all right, what you're going to want to do is this road here is South Shore. I sent him away from Palisades Lanes, all the way around the lake, like completely down the hill. Okay, you're gonna go. You take this, and you're gonna pass a 7-Eleven, right? You go up the hill. You see the Albertsons. You're gonna take a right. You're gonna take that all the way out the Country Club Road. You're gonna take another right. You're gonna follow that down until you reach, I think it was State Street, main drag. Basically, it doesn't matter what the road's called. It's gonna end. When it ends, you're gonna take a right. Now, I don't know why he didn't pick up on why there was nothing but right-hand turns going all the way around the fucking lake. So you come down the main street, you're going to see signs for McVeigh. You're going to take a right on McVeigh, this road, all right? You're going to come up the hill. On the right-hand side that we're on, you're going to see a gas station that looks exactly like this one. It'll even say Grimm's Mobile. Identical to this. I mean, you're going to look at it and you're going to like, oh my God, that is the gas station that I was just at. That's how I like it. It looks. And then you're going to look. You're going to turn your head to the left. You're going to turn your head. Just turn your head and look to your left. And right there is going to be the bowling alley. Right there. Turn your head. So you're here at this gas station. Turn your head. You're probably going to see a guy, there'll be some dumb kid out there, probably looks exactly like me, and he's going to point, and he's going to go, look over there, and he's going to point right at the bowling alley. And I glanced down, a girl in the car had her window down, and she's just covered her eyes and shaking her head. And and you're going to just turn your head to the left. Do it now, turn it to the left, and look over there, because right there is going to be the bowling alley, right there. And by now, the lady in the car is laughing. She's, biting her lip, trying not to just fucking laugh out loud at this poor bastard. So he's like, all right, I get it. Turn my head. It's right there. I'm like, yeah, it's right there. You'll turn your head. It's right there. He's like, so I go this way? I'm like, sure, why not? About 40 minutes later, I see the car waiting to turn. They turn into the bowling alley, and the lady looked over at me. She just starts laughing. And I was like, hi. Guy gets out of his car, and he looks over, and he sees me, and I wave to him, hi. And he looks up at the sign, and he looks at me. He's just going, oh, fuck. And he just turned and walked away, and he just looked so dejected and ashamed of himself as a man. Oh God, and I hadn't thought about that in years until I saw that stupid post on my phone. People asking about, does anyone remember the name of the bowling alley on McVeigh? That poor bastard had to feel so fucking stupid. Speaking of feeling stupid, when I was in the Marine Corps, right, I was eventually, not at first obviously, but eventually I became a CDI, Collateral Duty Inspector, which means you observe other people doing the work, you make sure they're doing it right, you're the one that signs it off, you sign the aircraft off as safe for flight for that particular job. It's kind of a big responsibility. Now, in the Harrier, it has a display processor, and it's broken up into two sections in the same big box. And most of it is the main processor. Then there's like a little backup section. There's a switch, a 3-position switch your display processor switch, called the DP switch. And yes, we made a lot of jokes about that. But you could put it in just on, which is the middle position. You can put it in primary, or you can put it in alternate. If it's on, it just picks which one's best. Put it in primary, it just uses the primary. You put it in alternate, on the night attack aircraft, the right multi-purpose color display would turn off with your display processor switch put in alternate, because the smaller, like, little backup portion didn't have enough computing juice to run both displays. You can still get everything on the left display. It's just you couldn't, it's nice having two different pages pulled up at the same time, looking at different systems and shit. So we would get a lot of what we call gripes. I mean, pilot goes out, flies a plane, something breaks or something, he thinks something's not working the way it should, writes up a gripe, maintenance control sends it to whichever shop. Seems like it's their problem. If the ailerons aren't working, obviously airframes gets called. If it's, if the engine keeps cutting out, they talk to power line. If the bombs don't go boom, they talk to ordnance. Stuff like that. So, at any time you get right multi-purpose, right MPCD, or your multi-purpose color display was out the entire flight, the first thing you do is you just look in and you see where that switch is at. If it's an alternate, you may throw power on it, put it just to, the middle position, make sure it works, go sign it off. You're an idiot. We had nicer ways of saying that, but we got the point across. And we were on a deployment. It's the stateside, doing, training exercises and shit. And bird comes back with right MPCD off entire flight. I was like, oh, all right, well, that's an easy one. So sent a couple guys out there, say, hey, right MPCD off whole flight. You know what to do. Go out there. Aircraft 4. So they go out, and they're gone about a half an hour. And they come back in, and they're like, hey, we swapped them, and it's still the on the right side. Okay, it didn't follow. Sometimes, yeah, display can go bad. You swap the two displays. If now their left is not coming on, could be a bad display because the problem went from one side to the other. What changed? Well, you moved one box, you switched boxes. Now the one on the left is bad. So you got a bad display. Replace it. Not a problem. But they swapped the displays, but it's still the right side that's not. I'm just like, okay, well, what else did you do? Did you check anything else? I say, well, no, we swapped displays. And that's it? You just, nothing else. Just swap the displays. So, So I think we're going to shoot the wires next. I'm just like, hang on, let me go talk to control. I go over, I say, hey, it was still, fairly early. It was like around noon. I said, hey, is aircraft 4 done? When does it have to fly next? And it's that plane doesn't have to go anywhere until about 8 o'clock tonight. I said, so we can have it the rest of the day. He's like, oh, is that a display problem? More serious? Is it something serious? I'm just like, no, they're idiots, but I want to fuck with them. It's a teaching moment, and they're like, oh, okay, do your thing. I'm like, nice. So I go, all right, what are you gonna do? What do you want to do next? And they're pouring over the schematics. I said, well, we can check the wire, we can pull this out, and we can shoot the wires between the display processor and the actual display. I'm like, ooh, that sounds like fun. You guys should go do that. So they go out there. Meanwhile, all the other planes are out flying around. I was over at Airframes with some of their guys and Supply Sergeant. Corporal. Is he a Lance Corporal? Fuck. Lewis. The hell was he? I forget at that time. Anyway, we were playing cards. So they come in and like, hey, we shot the wires. Maybe we need to change out the display processor. You know, if they have a spare one. I said, well, what plane's next to it? And they're aircraft 9. So I go over to control. I say, hey, they want to swap the display processors with aircraft 9. Is that cool? You guys need 9? And they're like, no, you can have 9. It's like, all right. and the guy in charge made his control kind of pulled me off. So he's, you sure it's like, yeah, I know what's wrong with it. And it's the first thing that you check, and they didn't check it. They jumped to step 2. So they're going to learn by doing a lot of unnecessary work, not to skip steps. Check the easiest solution first, because I know exactly what's wrong with it. Especially since step 2 pretty much confirmed that was step 1. It could have been this should have been a 5-minute job, if that. Well, yeah, you want to put power on it just to make sure, but yeah, it would have been signed off already. So he's like, all right, man, you kind of in a dick mood. I was like, no, dude, they got to learn. And, you know, I guess shaming them, making them feel stupid for forgetting the very first simple step. Guarantee you they're not going to forget that shit again. She's like, all right. So I go back to my card game. Tell them, do what you got to do. You can have aircraft 9, swap whatever you want. They're like, cool. I said, within rate, just the display, not whatever you want. Don't change the wings. God damn it. So they swap the display processor. They come back in. That didn't work. It's like, you know, why are you fucking bothering me with this? I already know what's wrong with it. You guys just need to figure it out. Time to kick your ass out of the nest. Now go fly away, little birds. Go on. Go away. Fly away. Leave me the fuck alone. Do your thing. Fix it. I already know what's wrong. Just go away. Figure it out. And I'm like, oh shit. About a half hour later, my staff sergeant comes over. He's like, hey, the guys out on aircraft 4 asked me a question and went over with, hey, you don't think could the mission computer cause that? And I'm just looking at him like, so they told you everything that they've done so far? It's like, yeah. Nothing glaring omissions or anything stood out to you? He's like, I don't know what you mean. It's like, if you want them to reload the mission computer, go do it. It takes about a half hour, 45 minutes, depending on if the gear feels like cooperating that day. So excuse me. I said, sure, yeah, fuck. Have him give it a shot. So he's out there helping. And it's getting close. And maintenance control comes over and he says, hey, you might want to go check out those guys. They got a lot of panels off. I was like, well, what time is it? I'm like, oh, all right. Well, if they started putting it back together now, do you think they have enough time to get the bird back together before we're done for the day? And he's like, I don't know. I mean, it looks like your whole shop's out there, so probably. I'm like, oh, shit. Everyone? All right, well, I guess I'll go and fix the jet real quick and then tell them to put all the other shit back together. And the CO comes over and he's like, what the hell's going on with aircraft 4? I'm like, there's nothing wrong with aircraft 4. He's like, well, you got like 10 guys out there. I said, well, no, I sent 2 out and they were too dumb. So apparently they wrote more in. And everyone forgot the first step. He's like, well, what was the problem? I said, well, the right MPCD was out the whole flight. And the CO said, well, did they check the DP switch? I said, nope. And he's like, oh, you think it's that? I said, oh, I guarantee it's that. The first thing they did was swap them. And the right one stayed out. He's like, if it was the display that was bad, it would have moved over to the left when they swapped the right to the left. But the left one that was working on the left now doesn't work on the right. He's like, oh, that's a pretty quick and easy way to figure it out. I'm like, yeah. So if the DP switch doesn't change anything, you swap the displays, and if the problem moves to the left, is bad display. If it stays on the right, could be a bad switch. But if you start at that, you're just chasing your own fucking tail. And he's like, oh, you're just fucking with him? I'm like, yeah, I'm teaching him, sir. Teaching. Not fucking with him. Teaching. It's a teaching moment. He's like, whatever you want to call it. Go do you. I'm like, cool. So I go just stumbling out there. There's guy in the cockpit. They got the NC-10 hooked up, the external power supply. They got guys up on the wing. There's ladders on both sides. There's guys halfway up the ladders, like 3 guys on each ladder. Guy in a cockpit. There's like 5 guys, on the fucking top of the plane trying to look, looking over his shoulder and shit, trying to figure out what's wrong. They're like, it's still out. And I go up there and I'm like, get the fuck out of the way. Get off the ladder. Get out of there. Go climb up on the wing where you can see. I'm about to fix this fucking plane. So I climb up there and I said, okay, what'd you do? So we swapped the displays and we shot the wires and those were good. And we changed out the display processor and we even reloaded the mission computer and we tried doing this and we did that and I did all the stuff. And I looked down at the switch and sure enough, it's an alternate. And so I go, huh. All right, you ready to see a magic trick? Well, we don't know what to do next. So I reach down, I go, click. Holy fuck, it works. They're like, what'd you do? I said, oh, look, the DP switch was an alternate. You fucking idiots. Nobody checked the switch. It's the first thing you do. And everyone were just like, oh. Same as that poor bastard at the bowling alley. And that's what reminded me of that story. So I yelled at them, called them morons. So look, oh, it's broken again. Click. Oh, no, I fixed it. Oh, no, it's broken. No, I fixed it. It's broken. Fixed. Broken. Fixed. Broken. You guys are idiots. Put the shit back together. As for you, Staff Sergeant, you stay out here and help them. Because you should have known better. And he's like, fuck. I should have. Yes, you're right. All right. I will supervise the plane going back together. Fuck. Sorry, guys. You didn't know this whole time, did you? I said, dude, the minute I saw the fucking gripe, I knew. I said, it's an alternate. Just go flip the switch. That's why I told him. That's why I didn't say. I said, just go out there and, verify that it's not broke. By flipping the switch. Super fucking easy. And it's the first thing you check. You always do the easiest shit first. Because the hard parts, well, they're harder. And that's just basic troubleshooting, If your lamp doesn't turn on, well, fuck, is it plugged in? Sure, it's usually plugged in, but, maybe you were grabbing something and you accidentally kicked the plug. Maybe the dog was chasing the cat through, knocked the plug out. So let's say it's plugged in. Well, what do you check next? Light bulb. You don't just go, hey, the lamp won't turn on. I'm going to check the wiring in the lamp. Make sure that it's not plugged into one of those outlets that you got to have an extra switch. That a light switch turns the outlet on and off. Do the basic shit first, the shit that's easy, and get that out of the way. If it ain't the easy shit, well, you still got to do the hard shit. But if it was the easy shit, you just saved yourself a whole lot of trouble. So remember that. I know if any of you fuckers are watching this, and you know who you are, I know that you still remember that shit to this day. Don't you, fuckers? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. All right. I'm going to see if my Kindle's charged up enough that I can read the next chapter. So, I'm going to put my old man glasses back on. I wear them like this because, I don't know, I think it's funny. Yeah, I'm old, so I need reading glasses now. All right, back to it. I'm going to put on a little Led Zeppelin. And I'm going to read my book. You guys stay good, stay healthy, stay safe, all that shit. Whatever. You do you, man. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. All right, brothers. Peace.